Hi, welcome to the Clarendon Walkabout. I'm Ronnie Freeman. I moved to Clarendon in 1977 and have been active over the years, mainly through the Clarendon Alliance. This happening urban village has shops, restaurants, residences, and 2 metro stations. Several tree-lined blocks of charming early 20th century homes make up the residential section of Clarendon. In 2008, Wilson and Clarendon Boulevards were designated as Great Streets by the American Planning Association for their exceptional character and implementation of smart growth principles like mixed use, increased density, and decreased carbon footprint. This Clarendon Walkabout is less than 2 miles over pedestrian-friendly urban streetscapes and residential side streets with wide connecting boulevards and mostly even terrain. A dynamic and diverse destination neighborhood in the heart of the Roslyn-Ballston Metro Corridor, Clarendon-Courthouse combines a safe, small-town neighborhood atmosphere with walkability and access to transportation, shopping, and restaurants. Let's start our tour with a look back at some Clarendon history. Trolley service brought rapid growth to this area in the early 1900s. Thanks to the stores and gathering places that set up shop here, Clarendon became the economic center of the county through the 1950s. By the 1970s, this commercial core was in decline. The 1974 groundbreaking for the Clarendon Metro stop made matters worse. Recognizing an opportunity, Vietnamese immigrants began opening shops and restaurants. Their traditional village-based social structure was easily transplanted into this American urban village. The revitalized Clarendon became known as Little Saigon. The coming of the Metro in 1979 started a new chapter in Clarendon history, ultimately generating a population increase of 80% between 1990 and 2000. The War Memorial was erected after World War I from stones gathered at Arlington Cemetery. Now, the Clarendon Farmers Market is here every Wednesday, all year long from 3 to 7 p.m. One of the survivors of nearly all of the chapters of Clarendon's history and a strong proponent of walking is Public Shoe. Clarendon's always been walkable, but opening of the Clarendon Metro Station in 1979 made the area even more accessible. Let's talk to a random commuter using the Clarendon Metro Station. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a minute?
I suppose I do.
What's your name?
My name is Remy.
And do you live in Clarendon or do you work here?
Actually, I do. I live in Clarendon. I've lived here for the past few months.
Why did you move here?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. Arlington is actually rated one of the most walkable communities in the country. It's actually in the top 10. It's a lot more walkable than the last place that I lived.
Which was?
The Atlantic Ocean.
Uh-huh. Well, speaking of walking, I'm going over to the post office. Do you want to walk with me?
Do I ever?
Great.
Yo, I just moved to a new hood. And it's straight up gangsta. That's right. Let me show you around.
My town. People all around better know the deal. Let the people in this town all get over real. So when people tell me, Remy, where you calling from, I say a straight up thug town called Arlington. Yo, it's a real tough town. I'm packing heat and boat shoes. My crib's in a rough spot, right next to the Whole Foods. Ducking gunfire daily. I check to see if one got me, but that's just life in the hood when I go and get my Pakashi. But no, we never do drugs, nah, cause that's not me. The only thing high up in here on my condo fees. Welcome to Arlington, the town that never fizzles. Arlington, the Quizzle Dizzle.
Built in 1937, Arlington's main post office was the first federal building in Northern Virginia. Recently, the structure was renovated and topped off with upscale residences. Inside the post office, check out the WPA murals. The Market Common and additional development brought select chain stores and residences here in 2001. The Market Common has grown up on the site of the old Arlington Sears. The Arlington Public Schools Education Center repurposes the main Sears department store. The Market Common sits on the site of the old Sears Auto Center, and the Whole Foods was Sears Garden Center. Integration of residential and commercial have been key ingredients in Clarendon's success. And now we're walking from one vibrant Arlington urban village to another, Clarendon to Courthouse. The oldest homes in Courthouse once stood here in East Cortlands, with winding flower paths in the summer and prime sledding in the winter. Today there is still a thriving community garden along Barton Street near 10th Street. And here we are at Courthouse Plaza, home to businesses, residences, and the Arlington County government offices. When it comes to mixed-use development, this place really walks the walk. Just a block up from Courthouse Plaza is Java Shack. This trend-setting and award-winning community coffee house was Arlington's first green restaurant in 2008.
Being a green business didn't take a lot of effort, really. It just meant moving forward with what we've been doing for a number of years. We have 2 cycling teams that I sponsor, so we've been in the cycling sponsorship since the very first year. The cyclists, they not only ride in races and stuff, but they also bike to work and things like that. So not everything is about the money, it's just trying to be doing things that are more creative than being green. And I felt like we've been leading that for a number of years.
Clarendon's become a destination for live music. Clubs like IOTA and Galaxy Hut across the street are 2 of the region's premier venues for new and emerging music. Clarendon also offers an array of dining opportunities from takeout to upscale. Mexicali Blues and Boulevard Wood Grill are just a few of the restaurants Clarendon diners can choose. The Underwood Building is an example of Clarendon's streamlined modern architecture from the 1930s and 40s. The next chapter in this building's history is now being written to include office, retail, and residential space. Pedestrian enhancements in 2004 made this corner more walkable. Okay, here we are at our last stop. This block was once the core of Clarendon. With its stores, restaurants, and many transportation options, it helped Clarendon earn the nickname Arlington's downtown. Some of the businesses found here over the years include Woolworth's, the Ashton Theater and Bowling Alley, Queen Bee Restaurant, Cafe de Lot, Pacific Department Store, and Chaparral Mercado Latino. Well, as you can see, a lot's changed, but a lot stayed the same here in Clarendon. Thank you for joining me on this walk through my Clarendon. Hope to see you out and about.